everyone. Welcome to Rockfish Farm. I'm actually down here at the barn today. It's about 10 degrees warmer down here. The rooster's not crowing in my ear, and it's just got great lighting. So here we are. This might be my new spot for videos like this. So today I wanted to show you my seed haul from Johnny Seeds. So Johnny Seeds is one of my favorite places to order because they have a ton of information on their website and on their packets. So this is one of 3 places that I ordered from this year, and I just wanted to take you through what I got. I'll pop pictures up on the screen because, of course, it's going to be more fun to see what they look like. And I mostly get my sunflowers, pumpkins, cut flowers. We're doing a new no-dig area in the garden this year. We're getting ready to start working on that and getting that set up, but I did order a bunch of cut flowers. And I've got everything, and then I did get some vegetables, by the way. I got more than I normally do from Johnny's. Normally, I get a lot of my vegetables from Burpee Seed, but I did get more from Johnny's this year, so I'm excited to try them. So I have everything kind of organized and grouped so that we can easily go through it, and it'll be hopefully a little bit more organized for you. So first thing that I got, let's start with some flowers. So there will be around the vegetable beds, the 8 silver beds that I have in the center of my vegetable garden. We're doing this year a boxwood hedge all the way around it. And in front of the boxwood hedge, I want to do a lavender hedge. So I have not had success in the past starting seeds of lavender, but I'm going to try it again because I feel like I'm getting better at seed starting. So I got the Elegance Purple Lavender, and I got 100 seeds of those because we're going to need a lot. So I think it would be worth it to try to get at least some of them from seeds because we're going to need so many. And I hope the wind doesn't blow here again because everything a minute ago just went flying. Okay, so the next one we got, we're just going to start with flowers here. I got, and these are more of like when you're thinking about bouquets, you've got fillers, you've got some grasses, you've got more of your focal flowers, your rounds, your Aries. So this is going to be more of your round focals. We got the white swan marigolds. We got 2 types of zinnias. We've got a Benares giant zinnia mix, and you're going to see that I have a lot of mixes in here because I wanted a lot of different colors to be able to make different styles and colors of bouquets. And of course, we know that zinnias just go all the way. From the time they start blooming all the way till frost. So the giant mix will give us lots of good colors. Then we got a Cinderella peach. Isn't that a fun shape of that flower? I just love it. And then we got the Aster Tower custom mix. Again, some pastel mixed colors. And then we got the Monstrosum tall mix of the straw flowers. I don't know if you've ever grown a straw flower or seen one in person, but when they are in freshly bloom, they feel almost papery-like. They're really, really cool. So this is a mix, again, of different colors. And then we got the Double Click Mix Cosmos. And those, I have not grown those before. They get like a double bloom on some of those. All right, so next we have one of my favorites. I haven't grown this variety, but every year they've been out, the Potomac Apple Blossom Snapdragons. And then we have the Royal Mixed Sweet Peas. These are actually going to go on the trellises in the garden. All right, and then I have a eucalyptus. This is the Silver Dollar eucalyptus, and as you know, fresh in bouquets, dried in bouquets, or just decorations for my house. I love to put them on the mantle. I am so excited to grow this. I've been trying to get my hands on this for several years. So apparently this is an annual in our area, so we'll see. I feel like I've read it's taken on tree forms. If you have any knowledge in growing eucalyptus, I would love to know anything you've got for me because I'm excited to grow this. So we'll see. I think I'm going to start it in the cut flower garden, and we'll just see what it does. I think I'm going to end up doing my plan calls for about 10 of each of these. And then I have, this is not going to go in the cut flower garden. This is going to go in somewhere in my actual garden beds, but this is the Magic Fountains Cherry Blossom Delphiniums. Look at that color. That color is awesome. I can't wait to have those. Moving on to a little bit of fillers here. We've got like more grassy texture. We've got the Persian cress, which kind of gets almost like these little white blooms, it looks like, on there. And there was something I grew last year, Cerenth. And I think I have a couple seeds of those left. They were actually out of those, but I think I have a couple seeds left. Those did pretty good for me last year. I didn't put them on drip, but I'm anxious to put what I've got in the cut flower garden on the drip and see if I can get a little bit more out of them, but they did really well. And then I have the green gold bubble rum, and that's another great, really pretty filler and just very like lush looking. And then we have more of like a flower filler. And so the Selway White Celosia, I have grown the terracotta one, and it was beautiful. And I mean, it packs out flowers all over the place. I did it in one of my garden beds, in the actual beds. And after I grew this thing, I said, no more. We are doing a specific area for cut flowers, and that's going to be that. And I'm doing the black plastic. So this stuff, I mean, this stuff takes over, it just reseeds itself the next year. You will not have to buy these seeds ever again if you grow the celosia, which it's so pretty, and it's so pretty in the blooms. The terracotta, you know, I just had so much of that color, and especially in the things that I had gotten. So I wanted to get the white one and try it this year, and then I'm definitely saving seeds from it. And but I will say it was very easy to pull up out of the ground when it did come up. So if it comes up and it's unwanted in an area, then you can just yank it as it comes up, but it will come up all season long. But I do love it. And then we have the Scabiosa. We have the Pincushion Formula Mix. Again, lots of different colors in this packet here. And so we have that. And then the Timeless Mix Ageratum. And these are more, they take on like a flatter, more wide shape. So this will be another great filler for bouquets and things like that. And I think they'll just kind of put out all summer long. So I'm excited to try those. And then we have the Blue Glitter Eryngium. And this, I mean, the shape of it and the texture of it is just so cool. And then the color of it too, I think will look really good with all of these colors that I've got going on here for the cut flower garden. But it's more like airy or pokey shaped. There is another one called Echinops, and I tried to get that one and they were out. However, Proven Winner sells them as plants, and I do plan, and I think these are, I believe, let me see. Yes, this is actually a perennial. So I may start them in the cut flower garden and just see how they do, and then at the end of the season dig them up and put them in my garden somewhere. Same with whatever else I said over here was, I can't remember what it was, but I may start them in the cut flower garden area just to kind of get them going, see what they look like, and then find the place for them in my garden since they are a perennial. But this is a perennial, and then so is the Echinops, but I have found from Proven Winners, like I said, sorry, I'm repeating, but it is from Proven Winners, and it is a perennial too. But those are like little blue ball-shaped flowers. I just think that would give so much beautiful texture to some of these bouquets. So the Eryngium, I'm excited about that one. Nigella, Love in a Mist. Again, lots of different colors in here, but very airy looking. And then we have Firmament. This is a blue Chinese forget-me-not, or a Cineglossom. And again, just lots of airiness there for those bouquets. Okay, so now we have a couple sunflowers, and I have a couple from the Procut varieties. Now, the Procut varieties are the ones that are pollenless, so they don't drop a lot of pollen, because you know if you have sunflowers, they can drop some pollen. So the Procuts do not. So I have the Procut Red, the Procut Plum, and the Procut Peach. I also have some coming from Burpee too, because Johnny's was out. And then I have the coolest looking sunflower. It is a Sunfill Purple, and it is a single stem sunflower, but it has like different layers, and it's green and followed by like a purple layer behind it. I mean, it's the coolest looking thing. I mean, it looks nothing like a sunflower, at least to me, the coloring of it. But I just love it, and I cannot wait to see it in my garden. Okay, next we have my favorite, pumpkins. I love growing pumpkins because I love to just jam pack my porch with them. I love to have people over coming to pick pumpkins, and it's like my dream. So we have the Grizzly Bear pumpkin, and this is a warty pumpkin. I think it looks so cool. And then we have a nice jack-o'-lantern pumpkin called Igor. And then another really cool one that I think is new this year It is called the hot chocolate pumpkin. I mean, look at that color. That color, it's like a creamy orange with that dark green stem. And then pipsqueak. Pipsqueaks stay a little bit smaller, but then they have these wild looking black handles on them. The Musky de Provence, just a nice, I call it like a cheesy pumpkin because it's a little bit, flatter, but it has lots of those ribs around the outside. Really cool looking. Then the flat stacker is just a white flat stacking pumpkin. The Gerardelle, another like flatter type, and it is like that light sagey green color. And then the Daisy Gourds, which I thought I didn't get these, but the Daisy Gourds, this is the one. Okay, so these are more like gourd shapes. There's another one that they were out of, and it was like little tinier gourds, but this one has like that nice like birdhouse shaped gourd type thing almost. So excited about those. All right, and last but not least, we have some vegetables. I've got two types of carrots. One that I've always grown is the bolero carrot, and I get them pelleted. Both of these are pelleted. They put like a coating on the seed because the carrot seeds are so small. It helps you plant them because you can do 16 per square. We do the square foot gardening method around here, and so it makes it a lot easier to space those carrot seeds out. So I highly recommend the pelleted. The only thing you have to remember with getting a pelleted seed is you have to keep it very moist until it germinates because it has to get through that coating down to the seed. Okay, so the bolero carrot, I love them. They're a great storage carrot. So if you want to grow and then pull them and store them in your basement or a cold room or whatever, or refrigerator, these are great for that. I did want to try the sugar snacks, and this is another pelleted carrot seed. They're a little bit longer and skinnier, but they are supposed to be sweeter than the bolero. I think the boleros are great, but I'm excited to try something a little bit sweeter. Okay, so celery, I got the Conquistador this year. I had tried the Kelvin celery last year or the year before, I can't remember, and it was just a little bit too bitter for me. I'm not sure. That was the first year that I grew it, so I'm not sure if it was my error or not, or if that's just what homegrown celery tastes like. We'll see, because we got a different variety for this year. And then we got the Imperial broccoli. I think this one was I got this one because it was supposed to have a little bit better heat tolerance, which we get pretty humid here. We are in a zone 7B, by the way. I hadn't mentioned that before. Got some shallot seeds. So shallots, they are more, I think, for northern climates is what I was reading. I tried them before, but this one I got because I think it was a little bit closer to the day neutral or intermediate range, which is what we are here. You can find all of this information on their website, by the way. They'll tell you, you can read exactly which ones to get. Onions, you have to get a specific one for your zone that you are in. So we got the conserver shallots. And then I got some watermelon. Now this one is a seedless watermelon. It is the Cracker Jack, and then they send you a seed packet with the pollinator because it is seedless. It needs a specific pollinator to be able to produce that fruit, but they send it to you, so you don't have to worry about it. And then we've got a couple little lettuces here. I did the Fort Hook Giant Swiss chard, some calibration kale mix, which is like more of a baby kale. I have the dinosaur kale, wanted to try something a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to go out and just pick off for salads for lunch. Runaway arugula. Then we have a Crispino pelleted iceberg lettuce, which is a head lettuce. And then the summer crisp lettuce, which is more, I believe, like the romaine type lettuce. Well, that is it for our Johnny seed haul. I am so excited to get my hands in that dirt. I can hardly stand it, especially on beautiful days like today. So I'm like trying to see what can I start? When can I get my hands in that dirt, right? I know we are all itching for that. I know a lot of us that have had a pretty mild winter, so it's kind of like we're all itching to get out there. So anyways, when the other ones come, I also order from Burpee, and I have an order coming from Park Seed. So when those arrive, I'll show you what I got from them too. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.